Thank you, Madam Chair, and thank you to the good representative from Fremont County. We brought up a lot of specifics regarding this amendment in regards to the outages. And so we heard a lot of testimony from the Second Amendment community about specifically the outages, and a lot of people brought up what happened in Nevada. And in Nevada, for all of you listening, Nevada's Brady Point of Contact Firearms Program was crippled by a cyber attack on August 24, 2025, halting most gun sales for over 3 weeks. Your Second Amendment right to buy a firearm was halted by a cyber attack for over 3 weeks. The system, which handles state-level background checks, just like CBI here, was restored 3 weeks later, September 14, 2025. Significant backlogs and transaction delays were reported following the outage. So it didn't even just stop everyone for 3 weeks from owning guns, it then backlogged the system. So if something like that happens in Colorado and we've carved out outages for the CBI and it goes on for 3 weeks, then the backlog of not having sufficient staffing then could go on for we don't even know how long. The duration, the system was largely offline from August 24, 2025 until being restored on Sunday, September 14th. Cause was a cyber attack on state systems affected the Nevada Criminal Justice Information System and the Civil Name Check Program. Impact on sales. As a point of contact, state Nevada processes its own checks rather than using the FBI. Welcome, CBI. The outage meant legal licensed gun transfers, FFLs, could not be completed. So carving outages out, hello FFLs, this will happen to you in the aftermath. Following restoration, the system experienced extreme demand, causing continued, though decreasing delays due to the massive backlog of applications. So we're carving out outages. So for 3 weeks, people couldn't go through their criminal background checks. FFLs couldn't do business for 3 whole weeks. And then we're decreasing the staffing. And so then there's a backlog to it. So let's see if Colorado has had any cyber attacks. Yes, Colorado has experienced several significant cyber attacks across various departments and critical infrastructure in recent years. Most notably, a November 2025 cyber attack on third-party emergency alert vendor severely impacted dozens of local law enforcement agencies across the state. Emergency alert systems in November 2025, a cyber attack on the Code Red emergency alert platform owned by Crisis 24 took the system offline for several weeks. Law enforcement in Douglas County, Weld County, and the city of Aurora reported being unable to send critical alerts for fires and shelter-in-place orders. Hackers reportedly stole user data, including names, addresses, and passwords. Office of the State Public Defender in February 2024, a ransomware attack forced the agency to shut down its entire statewide computer network. This incident sidelined public defense activities, blocked access to case files, and exposed personal client information. Colorado Gov web portal. A cyber attack claimed by an anonymous foreign actor took the state's main homepage offline for several days. While other state services remained online, the portal's homepage was replaced with a temporary page to direct users. Department of Higher Education. A highly sophisticated data breach targeted the department, leading to massive exposure of personal data and potential permanent loss of some records. All 4 of my children's information was leaked in that one. Department of Transportation. CDOT was hit by 2 successive SamSam ransomware attacks that crippled its computer systems. The state refused to pay the ransom and successfully recovered using offline backups. A January 2026 state audit of the Governor's Office of Information Technology identified 85 new security deficiencies, many classified as material weaknesses. So we were just asking that you don't carve out outages so that people's constitutional rights are always protected with a 24-hour system and some sort of backup plan. These are our constitutional rights. And if we, in the state of Colorado, continue to be hit with cyber attacks, on different departments. I just quoted 5 different departments in the state of Colorado who have had cyber attacks. Then we should make sure that our Second Amendment rights are always protected, maintain a 24-hour system, that's what CBI talked about wanting, and make sure you have a backup system in case there is an outage so that people can maintain their God-given constitutional rights and FFLs are not sabotaged for 3 weeks like Nevada FFLs were, up until 6 weeks when the backlog was able to be restored. Don't carve this out. Don't give them any reason to not allow the people of Colorado to get their checks done and the FFLs to operate. There's got to be a better way than this amendment, and I'm sure we will hear some.